Also tonight, no one investigates like News 4. We began investigating accidents at this roundabout in Hamburg when there was a fatal crash there last year. Tonight, our investigation is expanding. Are roundabouts creating more harm than good? News 4's Luke Moretti is here now with his special assignment. Luke?
Yeah, Jackie, we wanted to see how drivers handle roundabouts. We picked a couple of locations, one here in the town of Hamburg, the one behind me, and so many signs, so little time.
So confusing.
We're talking about roundabouts designed to keep traffic moving at low speeds. But
I was in the circle and he hit me.
a year-long News 4 investigation has discovered that some of these circular intersections have actually experienced more accidents after they were installed.
We're coming this way, and he's yelling at me. I'm like, I don't have a yield. You have a yield.
We began looking at this roundabout at Big Tree in South Park in the town of Hamburg after Kenneth Braun's fatal accident about a year ago. According to the State Department of Transportation, 11 accidents happened at the Hamburg intersection during the year before the roundabout was installed. But look at this. The number of accidents jumps to 19 in the year after the roundabout became operational. So we have to yield to see what other traffic is actually in the circle. In this case, I actually have to come to a stop. Is this a case of some people just not familiar with the rules of the roundabout? I'm in the circle, and she was supposed to yield. Let's take a look. On this day, our cameras documented a man riding a bicycle through the middle instead of using the lanes. He then rides back through across the middle into oncoming traffic. Here's a motorist driving across the center of the roundabout instead of using the lane. Here's a driver signaling to go left but actually goes right. And we found some drivers navigating the roundabout while talking on a cell phone.
It is somewhat confusing to people who aren't used to them.
Joe Rosinski of the Erie County Sheriff's Office watches traffic at this roundabout on Grand Island. He says the key here is to yield the right-of-way to vehicles already in the circle and pedestrians in the crosswalk.
We were standing here waiting to cross the street. Were you going to stop and yield the right-of-way to us?
I would hope so, yeah.
Were you going to, though?
Yes.
And it's not only problems with pedestrians here on Grand Island. Our cameras documented motorists turning right and then cutting back into the circle, making a U-turn to get back in the circle. And here's a driver honking the horn at pedestrians, only to be flipped off, not just once, but twice. And then there are the roundabout signs, lots of signs, so many choices with little time to decide.
Studies have shown that the more signs that you put up, the less that people pay attention to them.
There's the onus on the driver, too, to be aware of their surroundings and pay attention to those signs and pay attention to the driving that they're doing.
So you don't think there's too much signage over there at that Grand Island site?
I don't believe that there's too much signing, and there's also signing that's required with roundabouts.
So how does the Grand Island roundabout stack up when it comes to accidents? According to the state DOT, there were 3 accidents during the year before the roundabout was installed and 6 in the year after it became operational. You can't be happy with that, right?
Even though there may be an increase in the number of accidents, the trend is that the accidents are less severe because of the way a modern roundabout operates versus a traditional intersection.
Those roundabouts, Jackie, designed to slow the traffic down. Now, keep in mind, there are all sorts of factors involved with accidents. Was the driver paying attention? Was the driver impaired, confused? But one thing is certain, not everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing at these roundabouts.
Do you think that woman was really going to stop when you were trying to cross the crosswalk there?
You know what, I couldn't tell. I was actually looking ahead, and thank goodness we had the sheriff's deputy with us because he was watching everybody.
And the big hat helps, doesn't it? The signs, I think it's very confusing. I know they're supposed to be better, but very confusing.
It can be, and the interesting thing, though, is that we looked at these 2 particular roundabouts, the one on Grand Island and the one in the town of Hamburg, but the DOT tells us that there are others out there where the accidents have actually decreased.
Decreased.
I don't know if that has to do with the speed involved, I'm not sure. And just one final thing I wanted to mention, everybody. On our website, we have posted guidance. We have video clips up there that show people what to be doing when they go through
Yes.
these roundabouts. I think it's worth watching. It's very good information.
I learned from this police officer when he was saying, once
Yeah.
you cross that line, you're in the roundabout.
You're in there, yeah.
Okay. Thanks so much,
Okay,
Lou.
Jake.
Very instructive.